I have to ask, in the show, in one of the recent episodes in Brett's book, they do kind of this reference to possibly you being cast in Top Gun. Like, do you know if that was done on purpose? Because it was such a weird connection.
Everything on the show is for a reason. Our writers are incredibly smart and really like to put in hints and little Easter eggs. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt that that was purposeful on their behalf.
So when you read it, did you kind of chuckle, or did someone have to point out, like, I think this might be about you?
I think, yeah, I definitely had a laugh about that. But I mean, with our writers, they're super smart and they know how to finesse things that they always end up making us look nice and talk good things or say good things about us. So it's always a nice little nugget that they put in there for us.
So as an actor, I mean, the show completely changed your career.
Yeah.
What did you really learn about yourself as a performer and the capabilities that you have that you didn't know before?
Oh man, it definitely gave me a lot more confidence because you're kind of just thrown into the fire. I remember the first scene I had was with Kristen, with KB, and it's just like, oh man, I was just watching her on House of Lies like the year before, like admiring her work, and now I get to like step up and kind of have a scene with her. So it really like forces you to step up and push your acting abilities, if anything, but it also kind of pushes you to be a better person. I mean, obviously the good place is about being a better person and all that moral philosophy stuff, but being around Kristen and Ted and Mike, they create an environment that really wants you to be the best person you can be.
Yeah.
So that really affected me in that sense. It really leaked into my life.
What would you say is one of your favorite memories from set that you're really going to take with you for a long time that some people might not know about?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I always tell the story about Ted shooting a Swedish fish out of his nose. Yeah, it was just a really, really late night. We were high on candy, and Ted just becomes like a 6-year-old kid when the moon's out, trying to entertain us. But what else is there? There's a night where we had this dancing sequence, and we were dancing to, I forget who it was, but it was just like it was a dance floor, and we were all just having a great time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I get paid for this. Like this is unbelievable. And I think that was just the kind of energy that I always want to carry forward, like to be able to have fun, do great work, and be with people that I love. I think those are kind of staples that I would like to carry on for future work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about Top Gun? I mean, what's interesting is you're one of the only characters that has a name, though. That's kind of cool right now, right?
It's intimidating, and it's very cool. I mean, yeah, it's 30 years that people have been waiting for the second one. When I got word that I was able to be a part of it, I was ecstatic. And I don't know, you just hope that it can live up to the first one as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Tom Cruise's hands, like, it's gonna be nothing but the best. He's not gonna disappoint because that man he's on it.
Who was the first person you called when you found out the news?
So I told my mom was actually right there with me, and I approached her very very coy about it. And I was like, hey, Mom, do you know who, this was after I got the call and I was jumping up and down in my room. So I go down and I see her and she's on her phone or her tablet. And I'm like, hey, Mom, do you know the movie Top Gun? And she's like, yeah. And then I go, do you know who Tom Cruise is? And she's like, yeah, yeah. And I go, well, I'm going to be in the second Top Gun. And she's like, oh, okay. And that is the extent of the excitement that I get from my parents. But I think it just goes to show, I don't know, it's all love at the end of the day. And I'm sure she was jumping inside.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
so nice to meet
Thanks,
you.
Sam.
Have a
Nice
good
to meet
one.
you as well.